Morning and welcome in. It is Thursday. Time now to take a look at your latest local news from around the region. I'm Dan Hardenbrook, and this is your latest Newberry News Update here on M123 FM. In your local news this morning, the Luce County Sheriff's Department has released more information following a fatal snowmobile accident that took place Tuesday night near Newberry. The accident occurred on M123 near the charcoal grade just north of town. Police say that a 55-year-old woman was operating the snowmobile when she attempted to cross M123 from the charcoal grade and head south towards town. The snowmobile driver pulled out in front of traffic where she was struck by a northbound vehicle on M123. The northbound vehicle was being driven by a 56-year-old Newberry woman. The driver of the snowmobile was ejected from the sled in the collision and ended up in the southbound lane, where she was then struck by a second vehicle who did not see the victim lying in the roadway. The southbound vehicle was being driven by a 57-year-old Newberry man. The woman on the snowmobile was transported by Luce EMS to Helen Newberry Joy Hospital, where she was pronounced deceased due to her injuries. Police do not believe that alcohol or drugs were a factor, and the victim's name is being withheld pending notification of family members. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Detroit District has gotten good news. Their project to build a new lock in Sault Ste. Marie has been reauthorized by the Water Resources Development Act. The decision was announced last Friday. It will continue the $3.2 billion project, according to a news release from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. The authorization sets how much money agencies and programs can receive and lays out how they should spend that money. The authorization makes it possible for the project to maintain efficient funding eligibility. Due to recent cost increases, the project cost was estimated to exceed the previous authorized spending limit for the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. Since the project's authorization was originally set in 2018, the authorized cost has risen from $922 million to over $3.2 billion. Over the last 4 years, the project cost has been impacted by labor shortages, supply chain issues, and material costs. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers Detroit District sought consideration of an increased authorized project in 2022. The Soo Locks, situated on the St. Mary's River in Sault Ste. Marie, allows vessels to transit the 21-foot elevation change at the St. Mary's Falls Canal. Over 88% of commodity tonnage that comes through the Soo Locks is restricted by vessel size to the PO lock. The new lock project will construct a second PO-sized lock that's 110 by 1,200 feet on the existing decommissioned Davis and Sabin lock sites. For more information about the new Soo Lock project, you can check out the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers website or Facebook page. Two local lawmakers have taken their place in the capital city. Senator Ed McBroom and Representative Dave Preston took the oath of office and were sworn in earlier this week. McBroom begins his second term as senator for the 38th Michigan Senate District, where he plans to continue his focus on projects from his previous term. Preston will take over for the first time as state representative for the newly laid out 108th Michigan House District, which includes the local area. He says that being a freshman is always daunting, but has faith in the team that he's put around him. Both will continue to work to represent the Upper Peninsula and local communities in Lansing. A Newberry business had to take to social media yesterday after rumors were flying that they were closing down for good. The M28 Grill and Tavern in Newberry says that they are not shutting down and will remain open every day from 7 a.m. to 2 p.m. The restaurant said in their Facebook page that they're not closing their doors, as so many people have heard rumors floating around town. The restaurant says they're here to serve breakfast and lunch and invite the community to come in. You can either dine in or get it to go. For more information, you can go online and check out the M28 Grill and Tavern Facebook page. The Manistee State Police Outpost has 2 new faces that will soon be patrolling the area. The Manistee Outpost adding 2 new troopers to the ranks who have graduated from the 142nd Trooper Recruit School in Lansing. Trooper Shiloh Labutt is a native of Garden, Michigan. She studied criminal justice at Lake Superior State University, plans on finishing her bachelor's degree within the next year. Labutt is also a personal trainer and owner of Lakefront Fitness LLC and a sergeant with the Michigan Army National Guard. She enjoys spending time outdoors, hiking, and anything fitness related, as well as spending time with family. She chose the Michigan State Police to serve her state and community, to be in position to make a true impact on the lives of others. She'll be joined by new trooper Gavin McPherson, a native of Rochester, Michigan. He holds an associate's degree in criminal justice from Schoolcraft Community College. Prior to serving as a trooper, he worked at a discount tire location for 4 years, where he started working on cars, quickly moved through the sales department. He enjoys hockey and golf as well as anything outdoor related. McPherson says he always wanted to become a law enforcement officer, but in 2017 had a chance to go to the American Legion Youth Academy. Relationships he built there, as well as troopers' demeanor, made him realize what he aspired to be. The state police say that the 2 new troopers will go through an intense field training program over the next several months before being sent out on their own. The field training program involves taking material learned during recruit school and applying it to real-world situations. They also say both troopers are eager and excited to start the next chapter in their careers. That is a look at your latest local news this morning. It's your Newberry News Update here on M123 FM. Time now to check in with sports this morning. The Manistee Emeralds varsity hockey team continued their winning ways at the Alpena Showcase earlier this week. The Emeralds beat up on Dexter 13-4 Tuesday afternoon before finishing a showcase sweep by knocking off the Sheboygan Chiefs in a come-from-behind 5-2 victory. The Emeralds are now unbeaten in their last 8 contests. They'll be off until late next week when they play 3 straight contests on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. High school boys basketball action continues tonight as the Newberry Indians head to Manistee, where they'll be one of 4 teams in the field for the first ever Emerald Varsity Basketball Christmas Invitational. Manistee, Newberry, Cedarville Detour, and Mackinac City, the 4 teams bringing their JV and varsity teams to the Emerald City for 2-day single elimination tournament action. The JV field and varsity field will feature semifinal games today, with consolation and championship matchups tomorrow. The Newberry Indians JV will open up action as they play at 1 o'clock against Cedarville Detour. Mackinac City and Manistee's JV teams will play at 3 o'clock. The 2 winners will advance to the JV championship game Friday at 2, with the consolation game at 10 a.m. Varsity basketball action from that Emeralds Christmas Invitational features the Cedarville Detour Islanders taking on the Mackinac City Comets. 5 o'clock the tip-off in that one tonight, followed by Manistee and Newberry at 7 p.m., both of those games live on the M123 FM and EUP Sports Network Facebook pages. The varsity consolation game is Friday at noon, with the championship set for 4 p.m. Both of those games will also be broadcasted live. The Green Bay Packers are favorites heading into their New Year's Day showdown with the Minnesota Vikings. Green Bay sits at 7-8, trying to finish off the season by winning out and sneaking into the playoffs. Meanwhile, the Minnesota Vikings have one of the best records in the NFL at 12-3, but Green Bay a 3.5-point favorite heading towards the weekend. Packers and Vikings will kick off at 4:25 on Sunday. That game will be on CBS. Your latest local weather forecast for the day today. Here is what you can expect. Late week warm-up starts to show. 30% chance of showers today. Cloudy skies, highs near 40. South winds 10 miles per hour. Friday, chance of rain, mostly cloudy. Temperatures in the mid to upper 30s, then falling late in the afternoon. West winds 5 to 15, gusting as high as 20. Saturday, mostly cloudy, a high in the low 30s. I'm Dan Hardenbrook. This is your latest news, sports, and weather. your Newberry News Update here on M123 FM.